And hello, hello, hello. So, just to dive straight back into this, those of you who were here yesterday would probably know about this. Ooh, apparently having some problems on this. What's going on here? That's weird. That's very weird. Oh. What's going on with my window capture? Oh great, immediately we start with some lovely technical difficulties. Excuse me while I quickly just fix these. Say this one. Huh. That's very odd. I'm going to have to really quickly reboot Slay the Spire, I think. Let me just go idle and I'll be dealing with that. So those of you who were here last session will know what happened. Basically, Slay the Spire is a great improv? God, I've got board games on the mind. Is a roguelike card game. And someone has made a Sailor Moon mod for it, and the Sailor Moon mod is awesome. So I've been doing my best to play through it. Yesterday, I sucked quite badly at it. Like, really badly at it. Because it's quite hard, and how it handles stuff is slightly weird. Oh wow, it even crashed my pad. That's impressive. I was trying to get the pad to work for today, and just apparently... I think my pad is just dead. Wow. Yep, my pad is actually dead. That's great news. Hope you're all having a good day as I vaguely try and fix this problem. Don't worry, I thought ahead. And I have brought a secondary mouse with me, so we'll see how that works. I dug out the cupboard. A really old, like, 2004 era Logitech mouse. It works fine. I've had it for years. It used to be attached to a very old computer of mine. It's awful, but it will probably help us at least a little bit in this to make it much easier for me to click on things. And that's the important thing about this game. Because this game is all clicking. It has pad support, but the pad support is exceedingly buggy. And here we go. This hopefully has... No. That's very odd. Can you all see the game capture? Or is everything just broken on my end? Let's very quickly remake something. Gosh. Never rains, but it pours. Capture the game. There we go. Transform. Beautiful. That actually now works. If that keeps having problems, someone please let me know, because I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. Standard, and here we have the Senshi. Let's move the window to where I can see it. Okay, because we died fairly, we get a full-on options. Choose a card, free random potions, remove 2, or obtain a random... I see, don't want to do the lose the relic, because I think this whole mod is based around me having this transformation brooch. Let's choose a card. Moon Power. I don't have any to give you determination by default. That's alright. So, one thing this mode has added is teamwork. So if you play a card labelled Sailor Moon and then followed by a card with teamwork, you get a teamwork bonus. Let's attack that first boss nice and early, I think. That seems like the best option. Okay, we start off nice and simple. Couldn't do that. I love the sprite work for this game. They put a lot of effort into making these sprites look good. And here's the card that we need, the card of the hour. Moon Prism Power Makeup. So this gives me magic, magic capacity, and then magic. So my boost damage by magic. So I can have up to 10 magic. Oh, cool. And that means my assist now works, so I can do that. So yeah, a big part of this mod is going to be linking up those teamwork cards. And that was what was throwing me off last session quite a lot, is that I was forgetting that card order is very important in this. It's decently important in vanilla Slay the Spire, but it's 100% more here because cards do get direct bonuses from working with each other. I'll take the free magic boost. Hopefully this run I want to get some determination cards, because I haven't used the determination mechanic very much yet, and I'm curious. There we go. Take a sip of water while I wait. Aha! That panned out well. So I get magic, I get to add to my magic, and now I get to kick like a mental person. Sailor kick. He's now, yep, lick, so this is going to weaken my armor. That's not too much of a problem at this point because he doesn't do that much damage. He's quite weak. A big thing is just going to be avoiding those early spates of damage because you can get them quite easily and they add up, especially without a good heal option. Oh, actually probably don't need to do that because yeah, 7 damage because of my magic, so I can Sailor Kick him twice. Oh, wow. This mouse is really giving me like the early 90s experience. For just... I think I brought this mouse at a dollar store, so that probably explains a lot. Like, it literally exists just to be a backup mouse if I ever need to fiddle with the server or something. So this is the issue with the transform. Like, these cards are now useless because I don't have magical capacity. Oh well. So I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Part of me was really curious had they coded something to happen if you play magic when you don't have a capacity, but it just wastes the card. We're going to make him weak, and then we can block him out. So far, we're going alright. We're slowly understanding the cards and how they work together. So he's already weak. But that's fine, because I'm not. I can just block him out with 2 blocks. Interesting. I have capacity, let's go all out and get myself up to 10. Because as a Usagi card, I can make Mars attack twice. See, at the moment, doubling up on those magic cards is kind of useless, because I don't really have anything that can fully... Like, my kicks get a bonus of 2. Take Luna P throw, because it's... even with without its teamwork, it's still 4 damage for free, so it's quite good to mop up with. Oh, this is a bad draw. Yeah, it was a very bad draw, starting off with all the magic cards and all the block cards, despite them not attacking me. can do that. Throw into him to make him vulnerable. Do that. So I'm going to take a little bit of damage from this. This was always going to be a thing where I was going to take some damage. Would rather take 3 than take 9. I'm going to take more here, but again, didn't have the blocks to sort of force that out. Which is a shame. Ooh. Okay, no point. Well, I guess I can weaken vulnerable him. It's not really a problem in this case. Give him a kick. Use the Luna P. We're all good. That Mercury Acro Power seems very situational, but it seems like when I need it, it's going to come in really handy. Yeah, sure. What does I have in there? Wait, did that not do anything? Oh, 2 vulnerable. And Rose Throw. Oh, the Rose Throw now gives me determination. Fair enough. Not the best result I could have asked for that. Oh, especially going against this guy. But not a problem. I do have potions, so I may just potion my way through this fight. Isagi does not have the synergies for this, really. Especially at the moment, I don't have anything that kind of... I have a lot of skills, is the problem. Oh, that's an attack. Nice, that blocks him out a tiny bit. Power, so I can at least use that now. I am going to drink my block potion just to keep him at bay. I don't really want to take a dramatic amount of damage in this fight, so I'm going to do my best to keep myself. That's a skill. That's a... I mean, in this case, I'm going to do it because it'll allow me to kill him. And that's... As you saw the green squigglies around his head, he was about to make me vulnerable, which is not good. Oh, cool. I start with 1 strength. I think that boosts all that... Well, strength boosts my damage on my attacks, but I'm not sure how useful that's going to be. I have a few attacks, I guess. Moon Princess Halitation, hit 2 times, magical 15. So that can... Magic will increase that by 15. Sure, I'm going to take that. Cool, that gives me access to a fireplace. To rest up. I need to get that key at some point, but I'd much rather do that on a later floor. When I'm already slightly armed. Not modded. Banana donut in a box. I don't want regret. Regret will eat through me. Give me my max HP. I quite like having more upgraded skills. 5 magic. That's going to be good with the Halitation. Because that should, in theory, mean I can do like 15 extra damage with that if I... Aha! Again, gonna take damage, didn't have the blocks to stop that, but that was the way to take the least damage in that situation. Get my magic up to 8. Sailor kick. And this will just kill him. Oh! Forgot that. Oh, that was stupid. Oh well. He's only got 8 health, so it's not going to be that hard. Let's play magic anyway. Dumb mistake, but hey, it didn't really affect me. Klutzy luck. So that's gonna do damage based on my magic, so I can do 10. Ooh. Okay, he comes in with Metalize. End of his turn gains 12 block. Ooh. Do I want to hold off? Do I want to hold off is the question. No. Let's try and get the advantage. And I'll also take an attack potion. Magic at... like double magic? We'll take another Halitation. So this guy does chunks of 15 damage, followed by, I think it's like 2, 3, 15 damage? Oh, 18 damage. Oh dear. No, because I'm going to need to get rid of that. That lets me block him out entirely. That Mercury card I feel is going to be the basis of my deck from now on. Because, oh, that's useful. That's just so useful to have. Weaken him. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take damage again. For the upside of just being able to really give him a whack. My determination is up. And my turn increases my magic by 1. Oh, good. If I can kick him here. Can Mercury. Oh! I keep forgetting that's a thing. Oh. I need to remember they've got to be attacking to do that. Okay. Oh wait, I can do that for free. Even though it doesn't do anything, but that lets me do this early. Lets me do this now, and then... That went nicely. Oh, max HP. One key, which is good, I need that. I could take another... No, because I would like my determination, because I've got a few cards that give me determination, so that means I can do that twice. That's alright. I could have Mercuried them, but I don't really want to. I'd rather have him vulnerable for future turns. Yeah, it only deals 1 because I've got no magic out. So in kind of reason, determination works a tiny bit like demon form, which is one of the cards you get with the fighter type here. That's quite useful to have if I can keep boosting it. So yeah, deal 10 damage 3 times. That will massacre most things. Gathering Senshi, store... Oh, that's a really nice card actually. But I'm going to take that instead. This is what undid me last time, actually. A lot of, that card's good, but I'm not going to take it. I'll risk it for 3. No. Oh, that was a bad... Oh, man. Terrible luck twice in a row. Ooh, I can have magical. Draw X cards, teamwork, gain X strength. I'll take that. Oh, I've really balls that up. Oh dear. Oh, really big dear, I balls that up. I thought that the... Oh, no. I had the item last time that meant Tuxedo Mask count as a character. If, Oh, this is gonna get bad very quickly. This is gonna get... Discard that one block to bring out a new card. What is it gonna be? Kick. Kick, strike. Oh, I'm gonna have to block out a lot of this damage here. Oh, wait. That's good. Yeah, I didn't make him vulnerable, but that's fine. I don't need to. Okay, do or die, but thankfully I've got the option to do this this time. Oh, the happy flower. Lovely. Every 3 turns I get an extra energy. That's going to come in so useful. Cool, and I have a Venus card. The Venus card just seems to be really good. This is going to be so hard to do. Or this is going to be an absolute pain to do with this lower health. This is what ended our last session, our last run. It's going to be a case of kicking like mental. And hoping that we somehow get really lucky with blocks. Okay, that was not perfect. Bonus health. Bonus health is good. Oh, so we need to do teamwork, so the only way I can do that with is this. Activate the love satellite. Yeah, Luna P isn't going to be as powerful, but I'd rather have Mars do more damage. Okay. Magic is at 10. We're at cap. He's going to try and make me weak. We can deal with that. Oh, wait there. Do that, because then none of these have a teamwork bonus. Unfortunately, I don't have anything. I'm going to take damage here. Oh, happy plant time. Kick. 22 damage. We're not doing too badly. He's going to try and boost his strength. Yep. For a big attack of 10. Aha. He intends to attack, so I can do this to block that attack out this turn. So what we got? I've got to try and do 67 damage. To do that, lets me do this. Kick. Not going to block out the whole thing, that's alright. This is where things get awkward. And we're dead. And yeah, we're actually probably, I think we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, just because the cars just didn't go in our favour there. That was really annoying. Oh well, let's try again. God, I've had some really bad, like, luck runs on this. Let's give myself a health boost. Like, damage output, it seems to be a... I need to really work on damage output, because that seems to be the thing that slows me down against bosses, that I just don't have the speed to get out a good series of hits before they do their big attacks. I think one of the first things I'm going to take on this run if I get the chance is something that gets me a higher magical capacity. Because I've only had stuff that gets me to 10. And then, you know, so much is like magical 15. So let's try and see if we can get more magic in ourselves. Make ourselves more magical. $15 gold. And then followed by a dramatic entrance. Tuxedo Mask on a motorcycle. Sidestep is a good starter card. Gets me block this turn and gives me some next turn. This is going to be immediately useful here, because I get to block out some next turn as well. As the little slug arms itself for a future attack. Okay, transform myself. Let's weaken him. And kick him to death. I could probably just try and... yeah, there we go. All the way through. Beautiful. Choose an assist from your draw pile and place it in your hand. Let's just do that. That's basic. That's free defense. Free defense is never something to sniff at. Transformation out nice and early. I can actually just kill him this turn and be done with it. And block to use my last bit of energy. Weaken him. Add vulnerability and then keep going. Okay, so far so good. We're still at full health, a couple of floors in. Do that just because I can, really. No need to. Just to show this slime that we have a lot of block, you know, really give off that alpha block energy. Okay, Fear Potion, that's quite useful. School Bag is heal 3 HP. That Mars card has been just a generally very useful utilitarian card for me. Can't kill any of them with this, so make them as weak as we can. Beautiful. Okay, so first damage coming in, but not something we have to worry about as much. Finish him off, and that means I can totally block out this incoming damage. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No one's attacking this turn, so we just can start cranking out the kicks. They don't have sidestep, so it won't matter if I get block for next turn. Well, I mean, it would. I just can't get block for next turn. I am restricted. Ooh. Kick him. Then he's not going to attack, so I can just... annoying. Just means I've got to get 3 damage out next turn. That's totally doable. Well, less than 3. I think 1 would do it in theory, because he's so vulnerable. There we go. Tuxedo Smoking Bomber. So I'm going to get that, because that increases magic capacity. And that's something I haven't really run a deck for yet. Splitting Slime. Oh good, I can get the magic out early. Big question here is going to be, can I keep control when he splits? The giant slime, the boss for the first floor, is actually really annoying for that. You can have just real issues if you don't have good crowd control. Can't do much more this turn. Got myself a bit of block for next time. Not much, only 1. Is he going to attack? Yes, 12. Okay. So boosted my magical capacity. Gonna take a hit here, but that's alright. I say as he splits, and those splits are going to be at full health. That's not great. I probably should have waited a turn to get these guys weaker. Oh well, it's something I can work around. Okay, we reduced the incoming damage just to 1. That's not too bad. Okay. Oh. Incoming now I don't need. And a load of block cards, but I really don't need them. I'm going to exhaust the slime card. Doesn't do anything, but it means it won't take up space in my deck. The last thing I've also got to keep in mind here, curses on this deck is going to be a pain, because so many things require you to play another card first. Do that, I can deal. Here's a situation where I'd rather just get some damage out. So this is going to be one of those cases where I think it's just I'm better placed to get rid of 1, take some damage anyway, but one of them's gone. Okay, next up. He's not got any plans for this turn, meaning I can finally get to work on killing. There we go. Oh, fights like that can be a pain, because let's take Determination. Because you get to situations where things reduce your health, like reduce your ability to block, so you end up spending all your energy blocking them out. Also, I'm also going to drink this potion, because this fight can take a while, because of there's a lot of just blocking in this fight, so it means it's quite good for... Determination, that'll get me up to 10. Oh, that'll get me to 5 magic. But yeah, this fight has a lot of blocking, meaning it's actually a really good time to use regen potions, because you'll get to use every last bit of them. Make him vulnerable for a bit. Hopefully, because next turn I've only got to block 1 guy, so we can start working on him. Luckily, he is also the weakest, so... Ooh. Free transform, I'll take that. Can block out most of him. Not really an issue here, because I have spare energy, but still. It's always nice when a teamwork plan comes together. Crackle, crackle. So 18 to block out. Can't do that, but I'm going to give myself some determination. Because I've got that 20 capacity, so let's flex it a tiny bit. Let's flex my wonderful capacity. Not having a fireplace on this is going to become painful, I think. I'm actually not going to work him down. I'm going to make this first guy vulnerable again, just so hopefully I can take him out next turn. If I get a good run, 22 damage, because I've got stuff that has... With 12 magic and vulnerable, 22 shouldn't be that hard, I say, as I get the worst draw. No, I'm not that desperate yet. I only could take less, because of at least he's vaguely weakened. Okay. Well... This is where this whole thing starts to fall apart. Yeah, I could make that more powerful, but I'd rather have one dead. Honestly, I'd rather have one dead and take one damage than take no damage and have two of them still standing. Especially when hands like this are a thing. Okay. Blocking this out at least. Oh man, this has been a bit of a mare of a run that's got very quickly. At least now, I'm only having to block out 9 at a time, which is much more doable. Except now, apparently, where everything just kind of dies on me. Oh well. Glad I used that potion. Very glad. I don't know why, it seems to be a thing with how the draw engine in this game works, that you're always guaranteed to get at least one hand in this fight, which is just all dazed. See, that next boss fight, depending who it is, could get very difficult very quickly. Okay, this guy should be... Really? Ugh. Well... At least we don't take any damage. Kill him off. There we go. So I'll get a break from the next one. I have to block because he's going to add more dazed. And get a couple of good kicks. Nice. And bubble myself quickly just to boost my defense. Look at how many cards have been exhausted. 33. 33 exhausted cards. Really? Okay, let's make this survivable. 1 HP. This has gone so wrong. I was doing so well up to this point as well. Tiny chest. Yes, blood vial. Oh, this is going to be a thief who's annoying. Let's transform. He's going to run off with a load of my gold, unfortunately. And I need that to hopefully get us some form of heal. But I'm not going to be able to... Doesn't matter, I can't stop this guy anyway. Just, yeah, if he's one of the quicker ones, I say I can't stop him because I just don't have the damage output. So it's going to be a case of making sure I... Oh, maybe? What's he got? 6 and 8. Ooh. This is going to be a case of just... Oh, okay, I can pull it off. So that was more luck than judgment, if I'm honest. Gambler's Brew. I will punish you. Sidestep is something I'm going to want lots of. Oh, that's sometimes useful, but ooh, let's see what we got. This is not going to go well. I need to make him vulnerable. Yeah, this isn't going to go well. I don't have the tools to really block him out effectively. Let's see if I can do something weird. That not going to be enough long term. That guy's very annoying with this character, I think, just because like so much of your stuff relies on skills, and he's annoying in the base game. Because if you're playing the Silent or something, he's just, like, if you don't get attacks quick enough, then you're kind of shit out of luck. Okay, I can go up this way. Hopefully this time this should be... Start as we mean to go on, start with absolutely no way of blocking out the damage. Good, good. This, I think this would be so much easier if I started with 4 energy instead of 3. Like, I think it would leave you so many more options. Because with the teamwork, it's always a case of playing one Isagi card followed by one of the other cards. Like, that would be really handy. But unfortunately, that's not how this game works. Gotta preserve my health. That's the aim here. Preserving my health. Kick. Weaken him for the future. And then go from there. So what do we do here? Well, we can at least kick him to death. That's always nice. Oh, forgot the magic. There's a lot of modifiers to keep track of, which is also throwing me off. Take Mars again. Mars has been my constant companion, and actually is one of the more useful cards just because it's pretty good damage output. Which has certainly been a thing I've been lacking, is just a way to quickly get people down. Which leads to just lots of situations where I get lots of chipped damage. Alright, we'll weaken you. Gonna take 1 damage coming through, but that's fine. Okay, let's go next one. So, block. Oh, I can actually finish him off here. There we go. Got some block anyway. Hit 2 times. Boom. Gain 5 block 2 times. What? That's... Wait, why, what? There's no... In the base game, there's no... Gain block. There's like the X cards for gain 7 block. There's no like just gain it a flat number of times. That's odd. Well, I guess we'll see what that does. 10 block at the end of the day isn't bad. 10 block is actually quite good for elites and stuff like that. Yeah, 10. Actually, 10 for 1. Definitely not bad. Finish him off. There we go. Not sure why it's 2 times though. There must be a synergy somewhere. Okay, kick him. And then let Mars finish him off. Lovely job. So far, so Mars. Per assist card in your deck. Let's go for that. I do build up quite a few assists. Ooh, red hair pieces. Oh, that's quite useful. Start next combat with 2. Magic boost. Take that. Then I'll also take the Dick Punch, because free damage lets me finish stuff off as it's moving, and finishing stuff off is always good. Don't need to remove a card from my deck. My deck is pretty much okay as it is. Okay, let's go. At least I'm starting with... That Dick Punch didn't do anything because of the magic, but oh well. No potions, that's going to be a bit of a bugbear as we continue on. Okay, what do I want to do? Currently 2 cards, so deal 2 damage per... Not really worth it. Do I have anything good for teamwork? No, I only have... Do you know what? I'm going to do this anyway, though. Let's reduce his strength. I could make that more powerful, but the 1 strength might come in handy here. Oh, he's making me vulnerable early. That's gonna be a problem. Let's go out of magic. Let's take the 13. I don't want to power him up more this turn. That will power him up, but it will block out a good chunk of the damage. So I've got to do 30 with an 18 incoming. Oh dear. Let's make him weak, and then... Okay, that gives me 16 to chip through. Yes, the Firebirds are like the most useful card I've found so far. Just because, effectively for 2 energy, 12 damage is really good. It's slightly hampered by the fact that you do have to play the other card before it, but it's a good amount. Oh, nice. Lantern. Start each combat with additional energy. Ancient Potion, could have done with that here to block out status effects. Take another transform. So I do have a turn off at the top here I can use to avoid another fight. Oh, lovely job. I love Cleric, he's so handy. Cleric is the saver of many runs. That's well shaking. It's not going to block everything, but it's going to block out enough. Okay, what do we want to do? Oh, no one's going to attack me, so... He's more of a pain, because he actually does get some upside, and he can boost his own strength back, so... Keeping him weak. Cleric is adorable. I love the fact that there's another event later in the game. In the base game. I'm not sure if it's in this mod. Ooh, cool. Dick punch. Kind of balls that up a tiny bit. Where there's a beggar, and if you give it an item, it reveals itself to be the guy throws off his hood, and it's cleric. It's really funny because this game has like so little backstory in the game. You find out very little through the game itself. You kind of have to piece what's going on together. Of course, when you have mods like this that kind of undo that totally, but that's fine. I'm still really confused by that card. There's got to be some reason why it's phrased as it is. It's not affected by magic, so why is it just flat? 5 blocked? Oh, I don't know. We need to block. Oh, I could have kicked, but oh well. Not that it matters, Mars will kill him anyway. Essence of Steel. Oh, that's always going to be handy. That Mercury card is fantastic. Ooh, Bag of Marbles. It's a common item, but it's actually one that's really useful for early and like big fights. Let's not do another boss. Let's go round. Three damage per discard of my deck, so I can do four threes. 12. There we go. Blocks out some. Gives me a poke with his spear. She isn't affected by magic, so I don't have to worry about doing the Dick Punch first. But I am going to do the Dick Punch there. There, yeah, that extra energy from the lantern is really useful with this deck. 20 to 16, so he's doomed anyway. Let's do Venus Love Me Chain. Right, ooh. Oh, I have 4 assist cards now. Well, let's transform. Like, later in the game, I think that attack's going to get hilarious as they keep adding assist cards. I can block most of that out. It's got a tiny bit easier, like... Now I know, I've worked out how some of the magic and stuff works. Like, I give them credit in the mod maker, they've added a lot of very new mechanics to this. It's just they're not exactly that well explained. Like, it feels like an insult, it's not meant to be really. Just, one of the really good things about Slay the Spire, the base game, is that the math is done in a very interesting way, but everything's still kind of very simple. Like, keeping track of how... Oh, do I want essence? No, I want to keep a strength potion. Space Sword! Why is... Sailor V... Why is V in quotation marks? Did you Sagi write this card herself? Sailor V? 2 determination. I'd rather have damage. Do I want to skip the... No, let's try it. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. Okay. Oh, give me a moment. This is one of the easier fights. And hey, they're going to all start healing themselves, but that's fine. I'm going to make everyone slightly weaker. And make myself slightly stronger. Oh, don't... Oh, balls. Mistake, shouldn't have hit the middle guy. It's alright, I can just focus on the other one. Because, yeah, Slay the Spire's mechanics are quite simple, and they're very easy to work out how they all interact. This has got some odd maths in it, and some of the mechanics and how they stack is a bit strange. Like, it forces you to do a lot of card order stuff that you don't really have to do in the main game. It's not bad, it's just a bit confusing. And I think there's definitely a few cards I've seen in here that there's very clearly, like, this is the line of logic the mod maker was on, even if personally I don't agree with that line of logic, and I wouldn't... It's not something I would ever consider as a way of approaching. Transform, I need to do that. Oh! Titty biscuits. I keep ballsing that up. I keep forgetting that I've got to aim that at someone who's... that's just me being stupid on that one. I get a free transform, let's use it. Okay, we're going to start making income, at least a little bit of progress on chipping these guys down. The problem with this is it's going to get out of hand quickly, because expect us to suddenly start getting hands that are, yep. That was going to be a thing. It's always going to be a thing. This does nothing without teamwork. That's also something I'm not a particular fan of. Like, I'm good with the Mars ones. Oh, I've just said titty biscuits on Twitch, so we'll see. I mean, it's fine. They allow white supremacy. I should be fine just discussing breast-based biscuits. Is, like, stuff like that Mercury card is something I'm not a fan of having a card that does nothing without teamwork. It means you have a lot of hands where you just can't do anything because you have all these teamwork cards that just have no real use. Oh, there we go. Can block this out nicely. Please tell me there's a fireplace coming up after this. Because I haven't had a fireplace this... Okay, I can do a question mark, then the store. The question mark could be a risk, but the store is always safe at least. Get myself some magic. Yeah, let's do 10 damage. But yeah, it does lead to a lot more non-viable hands. And a lot more cards where if you transform a card or something, you end up with something that's literally useless. Again, do not get this card. What do you... I could make that more powerful. Don't have the way of doing so at the moment though, so I'm just gonna throw it. So that's probably what I'd hope for with that Mercury card. Like, just let me have 5 block off it or something. Can kill him off this turn. Okay. With 6 health, can I take out this guy on 41? More of those than I can, totally. Because he's only healing 3 at the end of his turn. I have some alright damage output when I get to it, when I get around to it. Oh dear. Well. There we go, I can at least finish him off. Courier, the little rat's, yeah, the merchant now doesn't run out. Transform 10. Let's take study party. Here we go. This is literally the decision. Ooh. So we got lucky. So what does okay, all cards can be upgraded. Let's see what these upgrades do for different cards. Yes. Innate means that will always be in your hand at the start. Like that's, yeah, I need that to be innate because so much will rise on magic. Can't really afford much good here. Flash of Steel is actually a good card from the base game. I will take a power potion. Gain 8 block. Actually, that's quite useful. Okay. Pick the fireplace of our choice. Let's rest up. 30 health to deal with this boss. This is going to be awkward, but we might be able to. We might be able to pull it off. Might be able to pull it off. Okay, it's this guy. Starting with World Shaking is great. Moon Dick Punch. Let's make him weak for a few turns. And take that. So that will now mean that if I can build up determination, I can get it sort of going at high speeds. Okay, this I can just try and wait out because he's going to do damage to me. He's already weakened, so it doesn't really help, but the more damage I can block out, the better. Like a perfect world, I'd get another shot of World Shaking him. Choose a card to retain. Cool, so I can retain 1 card a turn. That has uses. And that doesn't do anything because he is already. Choose a card to retain. Because he's going to do, I think he does a bigger attack next turn. Oh, he doesn't do a big attack. Oh, well, I got my numbers wrong. He doesn't intend to attack, so there's not much. So I can do 15 damage to him here. That would actually be quite useful. What's my magic at? 8. 8 out of 20. Let's get Venus to whip him. I'll choose a card to retain. Let's take that. Continue into defensive mode. He's only outputting 6, so that's not too difficult at all. Keep him weak, keep him vulnerable. Choose a card to retain. Let's retain a block. We're going to try and hold him out here. Okay. Well, I can just do that, then do that. My magic is slowly approaching 20. Keep a block in again, just in case he decides to get fighty. He has. What's he doing? He's doing 50 I need to get through. Well. So I only need to block 12 here. So I'm going to make him weak and vulnerable again, just because I can. Give him a punch. And do that. Let's do that, because then I can team that up with something else. We are slowly reaching 18, so yeah, we're soon going to cap out our magic. He's not intended to attack. Okay, so this. Chain him. What do I want to do? I'm going to take that because he'll probably attempt to attack next turn. Yep, destroy, destroy, destroy. 23. Ooh, God. Always fun when alarms start going off around the house. That's always your sign of quality of a building. Does mean I'm probably going to finish this boss and then go on and then end this for the day. But anyway, I think we might have him. So it's 23 incoming. So our choice is to knock out 13 and 9. Actually, if I did that. No. Let's let him 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to take 3 on the incoming here. Going to take 3 incoming damage and then hope. Okay, he's going to attempt something, but that's not going to be a problem because I'm going to hit him in the dick. Gonna Mars him twice. Let's keep him nice and vulnerable. Let's keep him nice and damaged for now. And then hopefully, choose card to retain. No, just take a basic block. I don't think he's gonna do much next turn. Yeah, 6 is dealable. 8 block for 1 determination. Don't need determination because I'm already at full power on that one. Though I can. So I could have done Space Sword again, but didn't think that far in advance. I might retain Space Sword and I might do it next turn just to make him even weaker. Man, not having your determination fade, it actually like feels a bit broken. Like it feels that could become really, really powerful later on. No. Sorry, Space Sword, I want to use you, but it feels like that was a better option there. Ah, nice. So this will block out most of that damage, allowing me to do this. He is now much, much weaker for this turn. Choose a card to retain. I'm going to keep that because I think I should be able to take him out. He's on 30. He's going to try and defend himself this turn, but that's not really much of a problem for me. 16. Do that anyway. 8 block just in case I need it, just in case I don't get a good pull. This is endgame. Okay, 30. Can I... Oh. Punch him in the dick. There we go. Dick punch to perfection. Not much I can do this turn. We'll take that. That's 10 versus 8, and I don't need more determination. I'm already capped out on my magic. And I'm probably not going to transform again. I'm going to take damage. Take damage to guarantee the kill. That was the best option we had. 101 gold. Ooh, this is a special card. Supreme Thunder is really... Really, Pink Sugar Heart Attack just heals you? Considering that literally nearly kills someone in the show. No, it gives me a buffer. I want something that gives me boosts every attack. Just full stop. Cursed Key. I'm going to take that. It's... Snecko Oil not useful, but it lets me get another card. Space Sword, second Space Sword Buster is perfect for this kind of role. Ah, so there we go. Actually made that through particularly alright. But as everything, as it's getting late in the evening and everything's seemingly on fire around here, I'm going to head out. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a lovely evening.